What's up? My name is Eric Butler. This channel is called Report and Opine. I am back and from Broke Ass Stewart, which is like a Bay Area blog. Bay Area people will probably know. Man who lost a leg on BART awarded $9 million in lawsuit settlement. And this is written by this guy, Abraham Woodliff, who runs a pretty big Instagram account called Bay Area Memes, which is typically really quite funny, but then he interjects his own political nonsense, and he's an absolute weirdo. He's completely out of touch with reality, but the memes are funny, especially if you are familiar with the Bay Area. And this story is news to me. $9 million for losing a leg on BART. How did that happen? A lot of bad things happen on BART, but most of the time, no matter how bad the experience, you make it to your destination in one piece. But in the case of David Nelson, that wasn't the case, and it ended up costing BART over $9 million. Back in 2021, Nelson, a San Francisco resident who frequently took BART to get around the city, was removing his bike and other belongings from the train when the door slammed shut on his leg, and Nelson found himself caught in a truly horrific situation at the Powell Street station. Nelson's leg was completely ripped off his body, which was only one of several injuries he sustained. Wow, that's incredibly dark. We hear about guys in New York subway surfing and they lose a leg, or they hit their head on the top and they get completely, they're out, they're done, that's it. So but I've never actually heard of it happening on BART in San Francisco. Like, in New York, they're pretty notorious for subway surfing and stuff. I mean, something bad is bound to happen when you're riding on the top of a moving train car. It's just inevitable, right? You could do it once or twice, but any more than that, something bad is about to happen. And they're making it seem now, Broke Ass Stewart and this guy Abraham, they're complete, establishment shill puppets. So they're going to go to bat for all the weirdo San Francisco commie stuff. But if what he's saying is true, then it is totally BART's fault. Now, I don't know if a leg is worth $9 million. It's tough to say. If I lose a leg, I'd probably want more than that. I don't know. I truly don't know. It's tough to say. The worst part is that this accident appears to be negligence on the part of the conductor, and it could have easily been avoided. According to Nelson's attorney, John Sweeney, there is a video proving that the train conductor was notified that there was something obstructing the door from closing. The conductor allegedly ignored this warning, which caused David Nelson to lose his leg and sustain other injuries. Well, I mean, I guess that's tough to say, right? Do we really think that the conductor was like, yeah, I see it, I don't care? I don't know if that was really the case. Yeah, I know there's something blocking it, but I'm going to jam it anyways. I just don't really see that happening, but we are talking about San Francisco, so who knows, right? They want to legalize drugs. This guy might have been high on psychedelics because Scott Wiener wants to decriminalize it. Who knows what's actually happening? Now that we got the worst part out of the way, let's move on to the truly insane part of this whole story. The conductor still has their job. I guess that's not really that insane, but I digress. This guy, he's writing with swear words. It's ridiculous. This complete sociopath that cost BART $9 million. Dude, what are you doing? That cost BART $9 million, the largest lawsuit settlement in BART's history, still has their job. I'm all for job security and workers' rights, but if it costs your job $9 million of taxpayer money, now you care about the taxpayer money. Now you're worried about the tax. For anything else, just, tax and spend, doesn't matter. It's owed, they're real progressive Robin Hoods out there. But now he's worried about the taxpayer money going to this guy, and going to this guy who lost his leg and the BART driver still having a job. Okay, bro. There's absolutely zero consistency with these people. That's not new. We all know it, but it's just so painful to watch every single time. None of their talking points, none of their ideas align with each other. We obviously see it most glaringly with the LGBT, right? With that element. So if you're L or G, then I digress. That's not what this is about. But none of it makes sense, obviously. I'm all for job security and workers' rights, but if you cost your job $9 million of taxpayer money while ripping an unhoused person, and here we have it, an unhoused person, right? So a homeless guy was jamming up the train. So this guy was homeless, and now he's a millionaire without a leg. So that probably was a good deal for him. And I mean, the unhoused, give it a rest, guys. Give it a rest. Do you really think that homeless people are really sitting around saying like, I wish you wouldn't call me homeless. I'm unhoused. I'm housing challenged. No, they don't care. They're worrying about getting their next hit of fentanyl, you moron. Maybe at the very least you should get fired. But that's just my opinion. Clearly, BART has a different opinion on what constitutes a fireable offense. So this guy, they want to tear somebody down. That's every single thing is like somebody's doing. Look, I get it. I'm not here to defend this BART driver, but he magically admits that this guy is, quote, unhoused. So he's probably a homeless dude, a junkie causing problems on the train, and the guy was just trying to get the door closed. That's probably what happened. I don't think the guy was in there saying like, "Yeah, I'm gonna really hurt this homeless guy." It's not what was happening, bro. I almost got fired from Round Table Pizza for going to work drunk, which I denied despite it being what? What is that? This is crazy. This is what's happening in San Francisco. As well as not being enthusiastic when I shook the stupid sign promoting a lunch. Okay, who cares about your experience at Round Table? I don't want to seem like I'm. Oh my god. Like I'm. Dude, you gotta. Oh man, this guy is literally littering his article with swear words and the story of him working at Round Table. Bro, stick to memes. I admit $9 million is a lot of money, but I honestly think David Nelson should have received more. San Francisco, and by extension the Bay Area, is so rich that it's a little grotesque at times. The money BART or any other public agency around here spends can be replaced, but David's leg can't be, nor can the mental or emotional pain of experiencing something so dramatic ever be completely cured. On the bright side, I'm glad he'll likely never be homeless again. Yeah, this is just really weird. Obviously the guy deserves something, but he tries to paint it like this, like the driver was being malicious, which nobody knows. You weren't there, bro. Like I said, stick to memes. And if you wouldn't be so political, now I'm getting personal because this guy's account is funny, but then every now and then he'll come up with a post like talking about how we need to be more communist, or we just need to, there was a recent reel of his where he said that the drug addicts just need a place to stay. Like, just hand out more free money, and that'll fix the problem, right? And that's always the solution with these people, is just get more money, right? Oh, Bart's so rich, just give him your money, and we have all this. So he's worried about the taxpayer funds for this, but he's not worried about the taxpayer funds that are going to pay for safe injection sites and fentanyl test strips and clean needles. So I don't know, neither here nor there. This is a crazy story. Homeless guy gets his leg chopped off by BART, not homeless anymore. Anyhow, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and of course, subscribe.